now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cash Matlock. The Mississippi Department of Health reports 123 new cases of COVID-19 with 9 new deaths. The total number of cases is now more than 9,500 with 430 deaths since March 11th. Analysts say the numbers continue to climb in part because testing is becoming more common. More than 90,000 tests have been performed by state and private providers. The health department releases the number of recoveries weekly with that new set due on Monday. The May 3rd recovered figure was more than 4,400 in Mississippi. A Winston County man has died from COVID-19 related issues. Coroner Scott Gregory says the 75-year-old African-American male died Friday night. His test results came back Saturday. They were positive for COVID-19. Well, today, the Trump administration said the number of unemployed Americans could get worse. Also today, new projections show coronavirus deaths in this country could reach 137,000 by August. Now, Illinois, Arizona, Florida, and California, all examples of states where cases and death going up faster than expected. Even the White House, one of the world's most secure buildings, is now immune from the virus. Nicole Killian has the latest.
The president's economic team warns things could get worse before they get better, and they insist it's important to reopen the economy safely, even as more administration officials self-quarantine. On Face the Nation, White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett predicted how high the unemployment rate could go.
I think we'll climb up towards 20% by next month.
The latest report shows unemployment has already climbed to nearly 15%, and more than 20 million Americans lost their jobs last month.
I don't want to sugarcoat it because I think the numbers for May are going to be also very difficult numbers.
National Economic Council Director Larry Kudlow says informal talks are underway on another possible relief package as the administration monitors states reopening.
There's a considerable risk of not reopening. You're talking about what would be permanent economic damage.
As more Americans return to work, 3 of the White House's top health officials, including Dr. Anthony Fauci, are going into quarantine. All plan to testify remotely this week at a Senate hearing after coming into contact with someone who tested positive for coronavirus. The vice president's press secretary is among those recently diagnosed. At a meeting with military leaders this weekend, no one, including the president, wore a mask, but other White House staffers are taking precautions.
I've got a mask right here. And the fact is that I practice aggressive social distancing. I'll wear a mask when I feel it's necessary. It is scary to go to work.
A senior White House official tells CBS News there is no plan to require mask wearing and that the participants in that weekend meeting were all tested beforehand. CBS News has also learned the West Wing will expand testing starting Monday and limit who is near the president and vice president. Nicole Killian, CBS News, the White House.
Back here locally, following a special called meeting Saturday afternoon, Columbus Mayor Robert Smith announces a revision to the city's previous decision to keep barbershops, nail salons, and gyms closed, despite the governor's executive orders allowing them to reopen. And as of Monday, May 11th, all Columbus barbers, beauty shops, nail salons, gyms, fitness centers, tattoo parlors, tanning salons, and spas can reopen. The governor's executive order 1480 authorizes these businesses to reopen, but they are not required to reopen. Smith and the Restart Columbus committees met and went over the details of the order. For a full look at that order, you can visit our website, WCBI.com. Starkville city leaders are following Governor Tate Reeves' lead in restarting the state's economy. At a special called meeting Saturday, aldermen voted to allow some businesses, once again including hair salons and nail salons, barbershops and gyms, to reopen. Shop owners will have to take some extra steps, including deep cleaning and sanitization, before they can welcome clients back.
We felt like it was appropriate for us to adopt what the governor was doing, because if we were to try to call out businesses different than the governor, then it looks as though we're picking and choosing who it is we're going to require to have extra requirements on them in ways that might be considered impeding their business. And so that was part of the concern.
The next regular meeting of the mayor and board of aldermen will be May 19th.
Well, a calm and quiet day today leading into a calm and quiet night. It is getting cool out there, though. We're already down to 55 in Columbus. We're still 61 in Tupelo. Everybody else, for the most part, down into the mid and upper 50s already. Overnight tonight, we're going to go down into the 40s. Not as cool as we were last night, but still pretty chilly. 45 in the Golden Triangle. Just a few high passing clouds. Generally, most of us do stay mostly clear for the most part. And I think by the time you wake up tomorrow, we'll wake up to plenty of sunshine to start off your Monday. Cool again, though, as a weak cold front passes through the area. We're only going to stay in the 60s tomorrow, 69 for the high. And again, just a few high passing clouds, but still plenty of sunshine for your Monday. We do have to introduce the chance for a few slight chances for rain as we get into the later portion of the week. I've got your full forecast coming up in just a bit. Cash.
Thank you, Trevor. Well, when it comes to the new statewide sanitization guidelines, the process as a whole can be lengthy, and one local barbershop has already started preparing. Our Savannah Gato has more on the story.
We were getting ready to open up, so we're deep cleaning the salon like they want us to, but we do that anyway. But we haven't been here in a while, so we're gonna deep clean the place, the floors, the furniture, the appliances, the tools.
Curry's Barber and Salon is reopening after being closed due to the pandemic. But before they can allow clients back through the doors and into the chairs, the shop has to go through a deep cleaning and everything has to be sanitized. For shop owner Curry Haynes, some of this is business as usual.
Well, the sanitations that we already do, we clean the tools after each use. We clean the combs, the brushes, and the clippers, and anything we use, we automatically clean that before the pandemic.
But he will be taking the next step to be extra clean.
After the pandemic, we're going to do the same thing, and what we're going to do different is we're going to use a freshly laundered cape between each use, neck strips, and everybody's going to wear a mask, and hand sanitizer is going to be used when you walk in the door and before you leave, and we're probably going to be taking people's temperature before they come in.
Under the new rules, only one customer is allowed inside per employee.
Yeah, they're going to be waiting outside in their cars, and they're probably going to text me or call me, let me know that they're here. I'm going to have a table outside with a sign-up sheet if they want to come sign in.
Haynes said he is ready to see his clients and get back to business.
I'm just excited to get back to life, as it's been an adventure these past several weeks because I've been building decks, painting houses, doing odd jobs to make it, but it'll be nice to get back to somewhat normal.
Curry's opens its doors Tuesday and will be operating at regular hours. A man is in the Clay County Jail tonight after his alleged involvement in a Saturday afternoon shooting. Sheriff Eddie Scott says the shooting happened around 5 p.m. near a residence on Happy Hollow Road, close to the Chickasaw County line. 2 gunshot victims are currently at a Tupelo hospital. A third gunshot victim has been sent to a hospital in Jackson. The sheriff says a female was also assaulted during the shooting. Officers believe she was hit in the stomach. No names have been released in regards to the suspect or the victims, and no charges have been filed at this time. This is an ongoing investigation, and if you have any information, please contact the Clay County Sheriff's Department. We're going to have more information as it becomes available. Well, Mother's Day is a day to celebrate moms and moms-to-be. COVID-19 may have changed the way some people celebrate their mothers this year, but for others, this holiday always comes with challenges. Our DeAndrea Turner has more on the story.
This picture of Marquita Payne's mother is one she holds dear to her heart.
It's been 5 years. Still feels like yesterday, though.
Payne's mother passed away in 2015, and Mother's Day has never been the same for her.
Mother's Day is never truly an easy day for me. However, I've learned to cope with it, and I try to find things to do to keep me occupied.
She and many others like her struggle with this holiday, but Counselor Stacey Hopkins says there are ways to ease those Mother's Day triggers.
It is a very difficult time, so one of the ways that I always try to remind people is to focus on those good memories for those whose mothers have passed away. Focus on what are those favorite activities that you used to do, your favorite meals you used to cook. Create a memory book with positive memories and hold pictures and stories in their ways to kind of remember what the good times were like.
For Payne, sharing memories with loved ones brings her joy.
I just like to be around people that I know feel good, because I'm going to take the sadness away. Those I self-consumed with my emotions.
When it gets tough, she has one little reminder.
And I think, like, what will mom say? And I know that she would tell me, she would always say to Rose, like, Keto, be a big girl.
Hopkins also says, don't worry about what others think. You have the right to your emotions.
I think the most important thing about this day is to be able to feel your feelings and understand that it's okay if you're sad, if you're angry, if you're upset, if you're hurt, if you're happy. But know how to get that emotion out, because the more you hold on to it, the more you will lash out.
Hopkins also said it's good to be around loved ones during this time, but with social distancing in effect, a FaceTime or Zoom call can be an alternative. Aberdeen seniors were honored at a special celebration over the weekend. We have more on this story after the break. Stay with us.
Watching WCBI News at 10 p.m. with Cash Matlock.
Welcome back, everyone. The class of 2020 may not have been able to have a traditional graduation, but as Tyler Hull shows us, one city found a special way to honor its seniors.
Release. They may not have gotten to walk across the stage in a big ceremony, but the Aberdeen High School class of 2020 got full honors from the city. The city is honoring the seniors with balloons, proclamations, and scholarships. Mayor Maurice Howard says the celebration is personal to him.
Today just meant everything for me because I'm still a child at heart. And you know, it just brought back that nostalgic feeling to see all of our seniors being celebrated. Class day for me was a great remembrance. And so I wanted to make sure that even during the pandemic that our seniors and our kids were celebrated.
Some of the honors also came with a little cash. LaToya Evans and her sister own a boutique in Aberdeen and says they have been thinking of ways to show their support.
Back in October, we decided to come together and make a decision on how we was going to give back to our community. And this was one of the things that we came up with, to give our scholarships to the seniors.
Those scholarships were worth $500 each. The seniors also were able to take a victory lap around the city. Tyler Hull, WCBI News.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Calm and quiet night in Starkville right now on Highway 12, but we've got some chances for a few isolated showers this week. I'll tell you when to expect those coming up in my first alert forecast right after this.
My First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
We've had a nice stretch of weather for the last couple of days, and I think it sticks around at least for tomorrow and Tuesday. But after that, we've got to start talking about the chance for some isolated showers, maybe even a storm or two. And check this out. Temperatures really on the rise. 69 tomorrow, back into the low 80s by Wednesday, and the temperatures keep going up from there. Tonight, though, all dry. That is courtesy of all of this dry air across the southeast. This is the water vapor showing you how much moisture is in the air. Where you see the browns, that's dry air. The whites and the greens are more moist air where the rain is falling. And you see all this dry air across the southeast has really been limiting our precipitation chances, leaving us mostly sunny and dry for the last few days. But as you can see, that dry air making its way out and the more moisture is making its way in. That's going to increase our rain chances by the middle and end of the week. Notice not astronomical rain chances. We're going to keep them at 20 to 30%, but still an isolated shower or storm possible Wednesday through the weekend. Not everybody going to see rain every day, but you might want to keep the rain jacket handy just in case one of those isolated showers happens to find your location as you're out and about. Overnight last night, some pretty chilly air. As a matter of fact, record-breakingly cold air. 40 was the low in Columbus. That ties the record low that was set all the way back in 1906, over 100 years ago. And as a matter of fact, over in Starkville, they shattered the record low. 37 is how low it got to at George M. Bryan Airport on the west side of town. The previous low was 42 for this date. That was set all the way back in 1983. So well below average temperatures, but we're going to warm up through the middle and end of the week. There's our average temperature of 80 degrees. We're going to stay below it for the next couple of days. But by the middle and end of the week, we really warm up. As a matter of fact, possibly getting into the mid and upper 80s by the time we get into next weekend. So we're going from below average to above average in just a matter of 5 or 6 days. Overnight tonight, another chilly one down into the mid and low 40s for a lot of us. Just a few high passing clouds. Most of us stay clear overnight tonight. And to start off your week, Monday looking nice as well. A little cooler. like we saw on Saturday. 69 for the high, 67 in Tupelo. We'll hit the low 70s over along I-55, 71 in Winona and in Eupora. Mostly sunny, maybe a few high passing clouds. Generally, though, plenty of blue sky through the day tomorrow. Cold front passing off to our east. That's going to allow that colder air to filter in here. That's going to keep us dry, though. High pressure right on top of us for Monday and Tuesday. After that, though, all bets are off. This front makes its way in here, and as it kind of sets up shop just to the north of us, that's when we've got to introduce some chances for an isolated shower Wednesday through the weekend. Again, not everybody going to see rain, but the potential is there with that low pressure churning up some moisture basically right on top of our area. So Monday and Tuesday, for the most part, dry. Clouds do increase on Tuesday. Again, isolated rain chances through the middle and end of the week. Not everybody going to see rain, but it's certainly a possibility to keep the rain gear handy just in case. Temperatures climbing up into the mid and possibly upper 80s as we get into next weekend. We've got a brand new WeatherWise coming up right after this. Stay with us.
Welcome back. When you watch the weather forecast each night, you'll hear the meteorologists talk about temperatures, but sometimes they use the heat index or a wind chill value instead. Meteorologist Trevor Burchett explains what that means in this week's WeatherWise. Take a look.
You may have heard us refer to something called the feels like temperature, also known as the heat index or the wind chill, depending on what time of year. In the summer, it's known as the heat index, and in the winter, it's known as the wind chill. Now, while it may seem pointless to use two different temperatures, it is a good way to help you better understand what to expect when you walk out the door. In the summer, the heat index is important here because our humid air actually makes the air feel much hotter to our skin. For instance, if it's 90 degrees with a dew point of 60, it will feel like 90 degrees. There's not much moisture in the air. But if you add a little bit more humidity and increase the dew point to 75, once you factor that into the actual temperature, it will actually feel like 101 degrees. Now, the same logic applies in the winter when the winds can make the temperatures feel colder to our skin. An air temperature of 25 degrees with no wind will feel just like 25 degrees. But even adding a 10-mile-per-hour wind will drop our temperature all the way down to 15 degrees. So the next time you hear us mention the feels like temperature, now you know the reasoning behind it. Remember, we want to hear your weather questions. Send them in to us via social media or our email address, and you may see them right here on the next episode. For now, I'm meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
WeatherWise is brought to you by Ford County Electric Power Association.
For the second Sunday in a row, we're bringing you a banana-themed recipe that you probably have all the ingredients for at home. Today on Mom to Mom, a fun snack for the whole family. Take a look.
Today on Mom to Mom, we're going to teach you how to make a fun, healthy snack your kids are going to go bananas for. Today on Mom to Mom, we're going to teach you how to make banana sushi. The first thing that's going to happen when your kids get home from school is they're probably going to run to that pantry and grab some pretty unhealthy snacks for themselves, whether it's salty or just junk in general. We like to offer healthier options, something that has protein, carbs, and something to fill their little bellies to hold them over till dinner time. That's why we've got banana sushi. Just 4 ingredients, that's all you need. I have a wheat tortilla. You can use a flour one if you choose, but again, we want to do the healthier option. Then of course we have almond butter, which is a substitute to peanut butter, but healthier. And then you're going to take the Nutella, which is extremely healthy. It's a healthier option than just chocolate in general because it's made of hazelnut and cocoa, and kids love it. And then we're going to take our banana, and then we're going to break the banana in half, stick it on the tortilla, and then roll it tightly, as tight as you could possibly get it. And then the fun part, we make sushi. As always, moms, we would love to hear about your favorite after-school snack recipes or just your recipes in general. You can connect with us on Facebook, and you never know, you just might see it on Mom to Mom. We'll see you next week. I just can't resist. This is so good.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Trevor's going to have a final look at weather. Before we go tonight, we wanted to take a moment to wish a happy Mother's Day to some of our biggest fans here at WCBI. You're taking a look at some photos of our weekend crew along with the ones who care for and support us the most.
That's right, Cash. All of us here tonight can't be with our moms to celebrate, but that doesn't change how much we love and appreciate each and every one of you. On camera or behind the scenes, none of us would be here tonight if it weren't for your support along the way.
So we want to say thank you to all of the moms, grandmothers, and aunts who sacrifice so much to provide and care for us. We appreciate you, and again, happy Mother's Day. And what a beautiful day for Mother's Day.
Honestly,
Trevor.
just like, you know, Mother Nature really supplied that for us, I guess. Some
really
beautiful blue
did.
sky, 70s. You can't really beat it.
You really can't. You really can't beat it. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And from all of us here at WCBI News, good night.